To sell your high-ticket program at scale, you need to do these three things. It's 3S. S1, S2, and S3. The first one is going to be set. So there are three things that you need to do on repeat in order to make sales, in order to grow your high-ticket coaching or consulting business. And these three things are SSS. It's set, sell, and scale. I mean, sorry about this word. I don't know what I wrote here, but it's set, sell, scale. These are three things that you need to do on repeat in order to grow your high-ticket coaching or consulting business with all the things that you have to offer. Even if you offer like consulting, if you offer one-on-one coaching or group program, or you offer some sort of done for you services or done with you or do it yourself courses or workshops, or there are many things that you can offer. But these are three things that you need to do in order to make money in this industry. And it's that simple. But why it's that simple? Now let's go to explain why it's so simple and why it works. Now, in my experience working with over 150 businesses, I saw that in most cases these are the only thing that you need to do. Of course, there are particularities when the founder or the expert that is behind that business have more ideas and they want to try more things, and they are, let's say, very hyped, or they see that there is a woman in red dress and they jump to another idea and another idea and another idea, and yeah, this is when things get messy and chaotic. But this is gonna be all you need in order to monetize, right? In order to make money, and you can make a lot of money. People are making billions with only this free S, the free S method. Now, of course, there are coaches or people in the market, business influencer and so on, who tell you that you don't need to do sales calls, or it's enough just to have an offer document, or it's in order to make money, right? Or it's enough just to have an offer and send people from Instagram to comment on your Instagram post, and with many chat automation, and they send you a link and they buy. No, I mean, it works that way, but it's more complex because people need more touch points in order to trust you, in order to get to know you, and in order to have the trust that is necessary in order to buy. Because it's all about the value that you offer, and that value, the bigger the problem, the higher the value. For that huge value that you are going to offer, you want to offer, and you know that you are offering, you need to work on the prospect perception. And for that, you need people to spend more time with you, consuming your content, and to know you better, to know how you think, to know how you see things that are talked in the market. People don't want to learn new stuff. They just want to learn stuff that other people talk, and they want to see your opinion about that, your expert opinion, based on your expertise, based on your experience. And for that, you need 7-18-4. Now, the 7-11-4 rule tells us that it takes 7 hours, 11 touch points, and 4 channels in order for somebody to buy our high ticket program. How can you make people to consume, to stay 7 hours with you and to have 11 touch points? Now, what is a touch point? A touch point is when they go online, for example on YouTube, or they just open their phone and they get a message from you. It can be an email, it can be a notification, it can be a message, direct message from you. It can be also when they scroll and they watch a piece of content. This is another touch point. Of course, the more touch points, the better. This is just a specific number, but the more touch points, the better. Of course, the more time they consume with you, the better. But how you can make them to consume 7 hours with you now? Of course, with Instagram, with Facebook, TikTok, X, it's not gonna be enough. I mean, it's gonna be really hard to make people to consume your 1 minute reel on Instagram for so many time. I mean, for 7 hours, nobody's gonna do that. So it means that you need a lot of content, a lot of reels, a lot of posts, a lot of stories, and so on. But of course, there is this kind of content that I'm doing right now here is the long form content. And the long form content can be a video like this when where you explain things, or it can be a blog article, or as you probably saw, there are many millionaires or billionaires who wrote books. For example, Grant Cardone. You probably heard about the 10x rule, or Alex Hormozy with all his books. This is a very nice way to make people to consume your content. Because I mean, how much time you spend with somebody when you read a book? You spend a lot of time, and it's in-depth information there. That's why it's important to think and take this into consideration. I mean, you probably ask, okay, Andrei, but who is gonna read my book? Because I'm not Alex Hormozy and I'm not Grant Cardone. Yes, you are not like them, but you have your own expertise, you have your own experience, and you have to start from somewhere. And writing a book, I talked about it. I thought about this. It can be a life changing. I mean, to put there all your information in a specific way will definitely help people to hear more about you and to learn more about your unique mechanism and the way you are doing things and the way you are thinking. It's a deep connection with your audience, and it's way better, in my opinion, than just a video that you can watch on YouTube. But of course, videos on YouTube are a way to go. I mean, you don't need fancy edits to create a video like this. All you need is a table. You don't even need a table like this. You don't even need a place like this, like I'm right now here. I mean, it's enough just to have, for example, look at this. See? It's enough just to have something like this and to explain people your ideas. You have multiple pages and you don't have to buy yourself a huge table. Or there are more things. You can just share your screen, present a Canva document, a Miro document, or Figma app. Just share your thoughts with the world. That's it, and tell them your expert opinion. Of course, you're not gonna have so many views and so many likes on that video, especially if it's something that is more specific. But it's enough for your audience, full of prospects, to make them take you into consideration and eventually buy from you. That it's important to do this, to follow this 7-11-4 rule. So for 7 hours at least spent with you, 11 touch points and 4 channels. YouTube is a channel, Instagram is another channel, your website is another channel, and this is what I once going to do. Your ecosystem. It's with all these channels and your community. It's another great channel. Now that community can be free or can be paid. And if it's a free community, it's very important to attract in that free community only people who are your ideal customer profile, who are your client avatar, only your prospects. or at least people who have problems that you can solve. Unless if you don't do that, you will end up attracting just spectators and people who are entering your space and they don't do nothing, and you will feel just very less motivated to do things because you don't have enough feedback from them. This is something that I did in the past. It was a mistake. I mean, we all learn from mistakes. You can learn from other people's mistakes, or you can learn from your mistake. I learned from other people's mistakes, but I also learned from my mistake. In that case, for example, I had in the past two communities. One of them was a digital marketing community. It was a Facebook group, around 2K people, and another one was an online business community, so more broad, um, with around 25K people in that community. I had the numbers right, but nobody contacted me to buy anything, and I gave up on those groups. And I ended up just in burnout. I ended up frustrated, and I ended up just to give up on those groups because people didn't interact. They didn't post anything. They didn't ask me questions. They didn't interact with what I had to say, and that's why I decided to give up on those groups. Later, I started to create paid offers, and with paid offers, I found out that people were more willing to interact with me because they paid for that and they saw the value. Because when you attach a price to something that you have to offer, it means that you also attach value, because pricing dictates value. Not every time, sometimes the value can be higher or lower than the price, but people, when they see that it's a price there, they know that there is some value in it. Now, I don't say that you have to not do a free community, because there are many people who are doing free communities, but make sure you attract the right people in that community, and make sure you use a right system in order to make them to convert to a low ticket product at least, you know. Now this is gonna be your ecosystem. Let's write it here. So we have your personal ecosystem around your expertise. So this is your expertise. You can sell, of course, based on offers. You can sell high ticket, mid ticket, or low ticket offers. You can sell do it yourself. You can sell done for you. You can sell done with you, or you can sell access to something like access to your software, access to a community, access to some course information, you know. And also this in some cases it's also related to a done or do it yourself or done with you. For example, a software, in most cases it's a do it yourself. You have this software, like for example we created Zemers. Zemers, it's a software platform, a software as a service, where you can add there your courses, your communities, and create all the deliverables for your offers. You create, you attach them to products, and you monetize. So you sell, monetize, deliver what you have to offer. That done with you, do it yourself, or access, and so on. And you can do that with Zemers. You can also use Zemers for presentation. For example, you can create a product presentation page, but we don't want to make Zemers like just another builder that it's out there, because there are many builders who are great, like Framer or WordPress, or you can use AI, you know, to create beautiful presentations. So I mean beautiful presentations websites. So we don't want Zemers to change that. We want our people who use Zemers, we want them to use Zemers as their backend. as their system to monetize and to have a customer relationship within their business, like a CRM, where you can use that CRM to give people access to your products or manage the subscriptions, manage payments, payouts, create some campaigns with discounts, with coupons, and more. Now, this ecosystem is around your expertise, and of course, it's really important to be around your avatar, because we always start with the avatar, and that avatar, of course, it has a problem. It can have more problems. Sometimes they are not having a problem at all, but they are having symptoms that indicates that we'll have problems in the future. And especially with those symptoms, it's enough to make some sales. Okay, now, based on that avatar, you create your marketing and business strategy. You create your offers, you create your positioning in the market, your unique mechanism, the way you deliver, the way you help people to solve that problem. It's your unique way. Now, I'm not gonna tell more about this. It's up to you how you deliver your stuff. Of course, you can use different tools and platforms to make it better and to optimize that process. But coming back to the sales scale that we started with, in your ecosystem, you can do that very easily. How you're going to do that in your ecosystem? Your ecosystem, it will be full with offers. It will be full with offers. It's nice to have a one high ticket product or a high ticket offer, like your high ticket program. For example, in my case, it's the high ticket legacy consulting program. It's a one-on-one consulting program that I have as a high ticket offer. And I have another high ticket offer which is higher in price, where I and my team, we are delivering the done for you services. So this is like more into this service space, because I had a digital marketing agency in the past. I changed more the model, and now we help only specific clients with our services there. We do stuff for them, but this is more expensive. So it's up to you what you prefer in if you want to work together. But I also have, and you also can have mid-ticket offers and low-ticket offers, and free ticket offers. Free ticket offers are just offers that will attract the right prospect into your ecosystem. And this is works very nice when you have a free community. In my case, I have a Discord community, but some people are using School, for example. I don't like to use School, and why is that? First, because School it's full of competitors. I mean, so many people are using School, and this is, in my opinion, this is a bottleneck. Not at the beginning, because sometimes at the beginning it helps to have a marketplace, because more people can discover that you have some free community there or paid community. But this is the problem. You spend a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of energy to attract people in your community, and that community, it's on a platform full of communities. So people who are joining your community in that platform, they will see other offers. They will see your competitors, or they will see not your competitors, but they will see other things who look fancy or who look interesting, and they are curious about that, and they join. And maybe those people from those communities, they are better at engaging, or they spend more time with that audience, or they make things better than you or more interactive, even if they are not in the same niche. But this means that your prospect lose attention, and they give attention to other people and to other offers. And yeah, that's why I don't like platforms with marketplaces like School or other platforms. If you want to have a healthy business, in my opinion, is the moment where you have everything in your possession. At least, I mean, of course, there is a cost here to have everything in your possession, Sometimes it's harder to just create all the software or all the necessary software to do that, but at least you can have your presentation in your website, which is owned by you, and you can change it there however you like. And sometimes you can use platforms like Zimmers or other platforms. Of course, there are other platforms in the market, and you can also have the backend that you need. The customer relationship, you own it. In the marketplace platforms, they own it. And this is a huge bottleneck. You probably don't know it here right now, but later you will find out, and you will wonder why people are not interacting with your content. Of course they don't interact with your content because they are in other communities and they're interacting with their content, you know. Okay, once you attract people in that ecosystem, in your community, you get their email address. And the email address, it's a huge win for you if you get, because email marketing, it's one of the most powerful channels that you own. On social media, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, X, LinkedIn, you name it, TikTok, and so on, you are not owning anything. And at any moment, you can be banned, or your account can be deactivated, or you can lose your account for whatever reason, or you can be hacked, and so on. Or they can shadow ban you. Or you have to work with the algorithm to make people to create content in a specific way that you don't like. So your content will arrive at your audience that already follow you, but you know this is the game. And sometimes, and especially nowadays, it's a pay to play game. In most cases, I mean, you have to pay to get views, and this is insane. And why is that? Because there are so many people who are creating content right now. You have to pay to get views. You have to do Facebook ads, Meta ads, Google ads, LinkedIn ads, and TikTok ads, and so on to just get views. And it's expensive. It's going to be really expensive. And email marketing, it's cheaper, and it's a channel that you own. And that's very important. You can send a daily email, and people, guess what? They get their phone and they get a notification from you, and they see that, oh, I have an email from Monday. Let me see. Okay, I don't like the uh, headline. I will not open it. But this is what just the first day. The next day, they will find another email from me, for example. Oh, I like this subject. Let me read more. And I'm gonna tap. And this is what they are doing. They will tap and they will write or read that information. They will see that you have some offer. They will and they will take that into consideration and eventually buy. If you run, for example, some persuasion tactics like some scarcity, urgency, some guarantees, some special offers, you know, some campaigns, of course you can. This is the best way to make your first bucks, the first money, to transform that your audience from just prospect into buyers. And once they are buyers, you can transform them into customers, long-term customers, and they can join your program. Now, in order to sell high-ticket product, a high-ticket consulting or coaching program that is going to be 5, 10, 15, or 20K dollars, this framework with set sell scale, in most cases you will need a sale call. Now, I know that there are people in the market who tell us, or who told you, and I saw them also, promote this idea that you don't need sales calls and it's enough just to send them an offer document and they will buy. In most cases, people who have money and who are premium clients, they don't like to be treated like that. They want some interaction. I mean, just think about it. People are paying to have a program, a one-on-one program with you, or a group program with you. Of course, they expect that you give them some sort of attention. Now, at the beginning, you don't have a lot of demand. I mean, not so many people are scheduling calls with you. And I'm somebody who don't like to do many sales calls or to have a calendar fully scheduled, because I like to own my time, and I like to have time for content like this, or to create other things that are more valuable than just staying in calls with random people. But this is when you start to scale. We are not at scaling yet. Now, if you want to, let's say, just have a free life, if you like lifestyle, if you like to enjoy, if you want more freedom, and if you want to spend some time, not all your time, but some time with your customers, and you want to make at least 100K per year, you don't need a team for that. It's enough just to be with yourself. But in that case, you need to make sure people who enter that call with you, that sale call, are very, very qualified. And for that, you need pre-qualification. And for pre-qualification, you need to create a form. A form when you ask questions and see how interested are people based on what they respond. On those specific questions, you can see if they have money, if they are having the ability to, if they are willing to buy, and if they have, if they can afford it. You see that they have a problem right now. You see also what they were dealing or what they did in the past and didn't work. You see their commitment from that form, and this is a nice way to pre-qualify, to do pre-qualification. I like to do this. I have also forms on my website. If you can, if you want to join my program, you will go into that process. You have some questions that you need to answer, and after that, I get an email. You get an email that everything is good. I get an email with your answers, and if I see that you are qualified for my program, and qualified means that I believe that I can help you. This is what means qualified from my part. I believe that I can help you, and you are a good fit for this program. Because I don't work with anybody. I don't work with people who I don't think I can help, and I don't work with people who I don't resonate to. And perhaps you are the same. You don't like to work with people, to join programs, or to have a coach or a mentor or a consultant who you don't resonate. You want people who resonate with you, and you want people, and I also want people who resonate with me. So this is before going into this sell process. This is what you have to do, okay? Before going into this sell process, you have to make people complete that form, and you do this pre-qualification. And if you are not happy with their responses, but you think that they could be a good fit, you can also have a simple 10-minute call with them just to ask them more questions to see if they are a good fit. Only after that, you schedule that sale call with them, or you don't even need to do sale call in that case, because sometimes people are very happy to be your clients and they want to be your clients. And if you feel that they are a good fit, and if you feel that they are willing to join your program, you can just send them an offer document or a simple landing page, which you can create easily with Cloud, or create, for example, in Zimmers if you don't have any other solution. And that's it. On there, you just answer some people's, let's say, objections, and you make sure your offer is very specific. They get all the information that needed in order to know exactly what's in your program and what's in it for them, what is going to be the transformation, and add some proof, some results, some guarantees there, and that's it. This is how you sell. Now, I believe that at the beginning, especially if you are new into this space, I know that you may have expertise, but let's say you are new into the sales process or into the high ticket world with high ticket consulting and so on. Now, if you are in that position at the beginning level, or if you just have time right now, because sometimes maybe things are more chill, so you have more time, you can also do sales calls. Because a sales call, it's nice because in that 30 to 40 minutes that you spend with your potential customer, you talk to them and you find more information about them. You find out how they think and what are their questions and what are they dealing with in terms of trust. Why they don't trust you to buy right now, what objectives they have, what objections they have, how they see themselves, what is their bottleneck right now, what they are not willing to invest right now, what have they done in the past. All this information is going to be really nice because based on that information you can create content because it's enough, you have enough context. It's your avatar there in your circle, and you can record that meeting, and you can use that recording, then transcript from that recording, and use that transcript, add that transcript into AI, and you will get more context for, and from based on that context you will have more content that is more relevant to your audience. So even if they don't buy from you, at least you have more information that you need to work on. And all this pre-qualification, before that pre-qualification you also have persuasion, which is from Robert Cialdini. If you all heard about this, his famous books, his famous two books. Persuasion, it's when you are in front of your audience, in front of your avatar, and you use scarcity, reciprocity, and things like that, authority, in order to make them trust you. There is also persuasion, which you can use in your content. And this persuasion is you can answer people's objection with your content. You can also inform people about your offers before they arrive at that place. People will discover you, people will resonate, people will relate to you and what you have to say. And all this content, which is long form and short form content, the authority engine will help you to do better in sales, because nowadays selling is not the hard part. I mean, selling it's very hard when you attract the wrong audience, or when people are in front of you and they don't have enough touch points and they don't have enough context and they are very new and they don't trust you yet. This is when sales are hard. But with your content, you can make sales to feel very easy. Because in your content, you can make people trust you, to trust your process, and to trust also themselves. Because sometimes people don't trust themselves. They don't trust themselves in terms of they don't think that they can handle all they need to do. They don't think that they think that it's hard for them, or they think that it's too complicated, or they think that it's too complex, or they will not make it. And with your content, of course, you can prove people wrong, and you can make belief shift content and change their perspective. And how you are going to do that with also by informing and giving advice, and by giving your opinion on that subject, but also giving them some proof, talking about some study cases, talking about some things that you've been through, your customers. And this is how people are gonna resonate with you more. When you are doing all of these things, especially a program, people who will join your program means that they are people who like you, or at least they like how you think. They like you and they trust you. So you need to make yourself likable. And for that, of course, you can do that with your content. Of course, with your articles, with your videos, with your stories, and so on. Now, there is another thing here, the last one, before finishing this video. And this is important. If you have multiple offers, and it's okay to have multiple offers, don't get me wrong, it's okay to have multiple offers. It's better to have one core offer, and from that one core offer to create multiple offers, because once you have that one core offer, which is your entire program, have a lot of SOPs, a lot of templates, a lot of courses, a lot of registrations, a lot of value there. And based on that huge let's say, library, you can take specific things and throw them into the market to attract new leads, to attract buyers to your low ticket, or to just have a paid recurring community, a mid-ticket community, for example, where people will join and they will pay monthly subscription or annual subscription, and they will get Q&As and information from you and advice and so on. It's not like they will get a one-on-one consulting or coaching, but it's going to be enough for them to feel that they are part of something. It's like you build a cult somehow. Now, this last thing that is very important, especially if you have multiple offers, is to try to create this ecosystem in a way that think about the. Let's think that this is a castle. This is your castle. I'm not very good at writing, drawing, but let's say this is your castle. Now, in this castle, you have multiple offers. You have um, you are somewhere there at the top, and they want to reach you, but they don't have to know what everything that you have in this castle. All they need to do, I mean, all you need to do, and all they need to know is that they have to enter this door. They have to enter this door, and once they are there, they will enter your world with a lot of things that you offer. Many of them are gonna be free, but some of them are gonna be paid, and they are willing to pay for that because it's worth the money. Because if you add all that information and all that resources and everything that you have to offer, if you add in front of the castle, people will see everything and they don't know what to choose, and they don't understand the value, and it's going to be really hard for them to make a choice, because it's going to be, they will enter a paradox of choosing. If they see more than 3 offers, it's going to be really hard for them to make a choice. So it's better to just show them one offer, which means you have to enter this castle, and that's it. Once they are there, of course, you can give them more offers and more resources, and you can get more information from them, and they can ask you questions. You can answer their questions. They are going to be happy because you answer their questions, and you are happy because you get their questions, and you can create more content, and you can create more solutions, and everybody is going to be happy. But it's going to be more easy for you if you just add them here, take them to this gate, and make them enter your castle's gate. This is gonna be when you take their email address and they will join your free community, for example. That's it. Once they do that, you will get their email, and they will be there with you, and you will be there with them, and you can create workshops and so on. And it's gonna be more easy for you to just sell the gate entrance, the entrance to this huge palace, to this huge castle, instead of trying to sell more things. Now, if you want to see more things about how to create this ecosystem, about how to create your content, about how to create your offers, about how to create your avatar document and information, and more things about how to monetize and scale your high ticket coaching or consulting business, you can enter my little castle. I'm gonna let you the link in the description. Thanks for watching.